Okay. I'll let the heat buff do its thing. We will fix the pants. Not gonna need this. I actually don't know the backstory behind this character. I know this character's been alive for a while, but I'm trying to think how I got this far with him. But anyway, doesn't matter. Night vision's nice. Okay. Let's see, how are we with... Okay. Looks like that's all I'm getting off of this. Do a quick surroundings check. I think we're actually going to double back. See if anybody's at that base. It was interesting that I got a player lag back there. We're gonna hit this hill and take it down, which means I gotta cross. This is actually a pretty busy entryway into the middle of the map, so decent chance of seeing people come through here, either freshy or semi-gear guys trying to get to the peninsula from the coast. It looks like the guy I killed got all his loot from Chernarus. And then hopped over, which is interesting. Usually you'll see the opposite. Usually people will get their gear on Sakhal and go over. Even though both ways work. I just need to make sure I get a semi-decent clearing to look at. Look at this through. I just need a hole. Might have one right here. There we go. Now we're ready. I can't really see inside, and I can't really see the body. This might just be one of those things where we just gotta roll. Because looking at it from the other side doesn't do me any better. Well, it doesn't do me much better. You'd think I'd see like movement across the windows or something, and I'm seeing actually nothing. So if a guy did load in, he's either in here in that little jump out, or I just got a false read on that load in lag. Okay, just keep going. Oh, it's about to restart too. I need a jacket that's not ruined. Whoa, that was weird, huh? Alright, I gotta pause the stream. I'm gonna sit here and pause the stream, and I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back. Does anarchy actually? Oh, he does. Oh, he does still. He does still post. His videos kind of fell off, but hey. Okay. All right, let's get going. Here's an idea for a game mechanic that people would hate. Imagine there's like a 1% chance with every step you take that you fall in the ice. I don't think it would come into play all that often, but like, because there aren't actually a lot of like big frozen lakes on the map, to be honest. I think it'd be kind of cool. I should see the military from here. We're gonna give this a minute. Fairly certain I heard a BK get shot over here. But I'm not 100% on it. Give it a minute. Do a couple more minutes. I guess not. So we'll just get moving. Shoot again. Shoot again. I didn't realize there was a well here. I didn't know that. Let's grab this real quick. what you'll see on this map is people will actually come here because time-wise it's easier to get most of the ghillie suit here. Not ghillie suit, the MBC suit. And then you'll see them going to places like Livonia or Chinaris and getting the key card or getting a gas run so they can gear up their characters. Of course, the only thing you don't get from this is a gas mask. I haven't, well, not that they don't spawn here, but I don't think the rarity is such that it reliably spawns. But most, if not all of the MBC suit is here, guaranteed, right now. Wait for it to get fully dark before we move. Alright, let's go.
So it begins.
I am streaming, Alex, and your voice is shared for some reason. Just be careful. Not Kiwi. I don't actually see anybody. I'm just waiting for it to get nighttime, and then we're gonna go in and try and get a shirt. How you doing, Alex? What do you mean? So it begins.
Already having drama at work.
Shit. What happened? Tell Uncle
Well,
Stan.
they put me like over a group of people.
Okay.
I already kind of think I already said that.
Yep.
And they sent me I lost my original group of guys, and because both of them already had given their notice whenever they sent them, like gave them to me. So they're all just leaving anyway. So they sent some more guys, and it's some guys that I used to work with at the old company, and they're they're very just disgruntled, man. Like I don't know, like they're very, very extremely disgruntled that I'm telling them what to do. One of them more than the other. One of them's kind of just keeping his mouth shut. I can tell he's kind of pissy, but I'm doing what they told me to do.
I mean, do you think it's because you're younger than they are?
Oh, I mean, that's probably a massive part of it. I mean, they're like
Yeah.
40, 50 years old.
I mean, that's just something you're gonna have to deal with. You're a
It's getting
young,
to the
you're,
point, like,
you're a young person in the field.
let's get to the point where I'm probably going to have to, like, a confrontation about it. Like, I mean, and I kind of don't know how to play it. Because, like, I know professionally you should probably let somebody know, but then, the man in me is like, nah, like, I ain't going to be like that. I'm not going to just fucking tell on him. But,
The only thing I'm gonna say is be careful.
well, one of them, towards the end of the day, he's trying to get a reaction.
Right.
And I may be a hothead sometimes, but I'm smart enough to know that, they're giving me a good opportunity to, show what I can do, and it's not one of them deals I need to blow it by, being a hothead and doing something fucking stupid.
Right.
So I'm just like, I'm not gonna let you get the reaction out of me you're hoping for. Because they know, they know, and they know what I did with Paul. They know I'll get to that point. They know.
Right.
They know all about it.
Right.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. Dude's fucking massive. He's a big guy. But, you know, I'll fucking punch him in his fucking balls. I don't care. But that's besides the point. I'm just
Right.
trying to figure out how to navigate it the right way.
Well, first thing that's going on is they're trying to see how much they can get away with. Right?
Yeah, but it puts me in an odd position. I think I'm gonna have to touch base, maybe without telling anything about, you know, you want me to run
Hey,
this
fella.
aspect of the job.
Right.
What do I do when insubordination pops up? What tools are at my disposal to counter
Well,
insubordination?
that's something that you do need to ask. It's like, and if you don't want to bring up the situation, fine, but you do need to know what your options are as a supervisor.
Well, I'm not on paper. I'm not, but it's one of
Well,
them prove it deals, you know? Like,
yeah, but I mean, you need to have some form of authority. But on the other hand, you need to know what that authority is before you go kicking doors.
yes, you're exactly right.
I mean, that's where I'd leave it. I would try and figure out what my, you know,
Because when
what
you
my
tell somebody to do
latitudes are.
something, when you tell somebody to do something, the answer's, well, no. Then where do you go from
Right.
there? Like, then what? Where else do you pass?
In my personal experience, ask as many questions as you can. You have to understand that you are a new. You're probably moving up faster than those guys are, and they don't like it. Okay,
Yeah,
and that's okay. That's okay. But that's not your fault.
it's not my problem.
Right? That's not your problem. But you have to treat it with respect. You're in a position to where, as a boss, quote unquote, you have to put on a happy face even though you want to beat the shit out of somebody. That's part of being a boss. So it's very possible that your boss goes, "Hey man, deal with it," and you may have to.
I'm gonna try the honey approach first.
I just ignore it
I'm gonna,
personally.
no,
Because here's the thing, it doesn't if they're mad, that's their like I look at it like if they're pissed off, that's their problem, not mine. If you don't like the job that much, you don't like the situation you're in, there's the door. But you don't have to tell them that.
just tell
They
them
know that.
take it up with the head honcho.
Right. I mean, you don't even have to go into it with them.
Yeah,
I'd be cautious. This is a good test. You are being tested. This is your test. But I would ask first.
it's a matter of what tools are at my disposal,
Right.
because I'll use them.
And they could, they could go, your boss could go a number of different ways. Your boss can go, "Hey man, your crew, brother." Or he could go, "Hey, you know, there's a time and a place." I would just listen to whoever's giving you the advice. And then if a couple months goes by and he's still a dick about it, then you handle it. You go, "Hey, this problem's not solvable. I need a step two." And then you handle it from there.
The problem is more so also these people, and I haven't even said anything to them about it, but I noticed it. These people's work ethic is dog shit.
Well, yeah, yeah, I mean, obviously.
Their work ethic is dog shit. I
Right.
haven't told them the first thing to warrant any confrontation about them sitting on their fucking ass, sitting on a bucket, haven't told them the first thing. You know, we arrived at confrontation without me really even putting my foot down yet, which is
That's gonna happen, brother. Is this medium insulation too?
yeah.
It's not.
You know, it's fucking.
You just gotta. This is your test. You know, learn from it. This is a learning experience. You know, this is part. Welcome to part of the job. It's part of the job. It's an opportunity for growth and improvement. And you know, at the end of it, if somebody wants to bitch, well, hey. That's the issue that I have at my job is they're actually my job doesn't necessarily worry about if the complaints are warranted or if there's bullshit complaints. My work looks as a complaint as, well, it's a complaint and we don't like complaints. I mean, that's what I deal with.
We're talking about some chopping block. You know, I'm sure even in your I don't know how it works. I know in blue collar field work is different than what you do, but usually everywhere you go, they know when the time comes for them bad if it ever comes who
Yeah.
they know who needs the chopping block. Well, at RMS, these motherfuckers need chopping block. They were one and two.
Yeah.
So I don't know in their time at the company so far. They probably already have a bad rep. I don't know. All they got to do is be themselves. So
See you, Fallon. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Have a good day. But yeah, I mean, government's a little different. Government is a little
there's a
different.
lot. Oh yeah, a lot of human resources.
There's a lot of HR, a lot of red tape, a lot of politics. I mean, let's call it what it is. A lot of politics. You know, there's a big difference between private and public sector. And you know, the big problem with my line of work is you can have a guy that's, you know, doing a great job and a guy that's not doing a great job but's doing the bare minimum to get by, and guess what? They both get paid. It's actually more advantageous to be the guy that doesn't want to do all the job because it's really hard to get fired. Once you're vested, it's very difficult to get fired.
Well, the thing is, one of their buddies, that's why
Right.
they got fired.
Yeah.
Like that guy that got fired was one of their friends.
And I'm sure that's part. I'm sure part of it's not even you. Part of it's just the situation, you know.
I think they think that I got them fired.
Well, look, that's not. What's that song? That's just not my problem. That's just not your problem. If they wanted, if they want to go hang out with their friend that got fired, they can quit and go hang out with them all day long. You know, be unemployed. That's fine. I'm probably gonna die, but I I need to get warm. Uh, you know, my best advice is somebody who was in a position of management and probably made several mistakes. Treat it with respect. This is a kid gloves environment. The employee, the low man of the totem pole, always has the advantage over management for the most part. Think about the dude that stole tools and you knew it. That guy probably got away with a
Stole a
lot.
job.
Right. Think about, the guy stole tools.
I knew it. I just couldn't prove it.
I mean, that guy went through 12 to 18 months of dealing with that guy's BS before somebody finally went, oh, that guy's just a dick. You know?
No, what got him is he was they were paying for his gas every day, and then he went and my dad like he was like, well, I need gas again. They not every day. They were paying once a week. They would fill his car up once a week.
Yeah.
And he come to work like 2 days later and was like, I need my car filled up again. And they're like, brother, the deal was once a week.
Right.
You know, if you went and burned through all your gas doing shit outside of work, that's not our problem. Your allowance is once a week.
Right. That's the deal.
Well, he pulled up to the gas pump. My dad swipes the fuel card and he's like, all right, well, he's like, I'm gonna give you. He's like, I don't have enough to get home and I don't have any money. He's like, well, we ain't gonna let you do without getting home. You know, he's like, I'm gonna put 20 bucks in your car or whatever.
Half tank.
10 bucks or 20 bucks, half tank. Well, he's like, all right, that's the limit. That's how much you get. He's like, I gotta run in. I'm gonna get a can of Skull and probably a drink or something. Comes out, the dude had filled his car up,
Yep.
and that right then, a day later, they fired him.
Right. I mean, that's all it takes. You broke that
Because
trust.
they were already kind of teetering, and when he did that, they're like, you know what? Fuck
Yeah.
this dude.
Ain't worth my
Let
time.
me
Right.
fire.
Yeah. Absolutely. But that's normal. It's like that's what I'll never understand about some people is like you break a lot of these people like the TikTok people that cry about losing their job, man. You take and take and take and take and take and then when people stop giving it to you, you freak out.
TikTok people.
The TikTok people, the people that
Oh,
cry about losing their jobs and shit.
that's a thing.
That's the thing, and they blame everybody but themselves.
They make a video about getting fired.
Yeah,
Well, it's even like this other guy, and I had no issue with the guy that got fired. I never said a word about, like, I'm not gonna lie, he talked a lot and watched a lot of TikToks on his phone.
yeah.
That's not my problem. That's not my, that
You got to
was
worry
not
about
my,
getting your job done. That's it.
I'm worried about my job.
Right.
At the time, they hadn't told me that, we're gonna give you this section, this aspect, this scope of work on this project is your baby. They hadn't done that yet, so it's literally not any of my fucking business.
Right.
I know my place. It's nice. It was none of my business. Never said a word. But when he got fired, the day he got let go, my boss told me beforehand that he was letting him go. So I kept his cool like, I finally got a boss. My boss, I ain't gonna lie, if we get into situations, that is one thing, that dude's probably gonna stand behind me. He's cool as fuck, and I've known him a long time. I've known him years. So, I don't really hang out with him outside of work a lot, but we've
Right.
worked on projects together, and he's cool as fuck.
Right.
He's one of the boys. So, he told me that he's letting the guy go. He lets the guy go. And it was so... You ever get, like, secondhand embarrassment? Like, you get, like,
Yeah.
I got a bad case of it, because he started talking about, bro, I'm one of the top people here, and they're gonna just let me go. I was like, oh, god damn it. Oh my
Hey, you're sitting there
god.
like, oh, he doesn't know.
He's like, who else gonna do the work? And I'm like, I don't know, man. He's just like, that's crazy, bro. All this work I did, bro. I'd be busting my ass every day. Every day I come here and bust ass and still got fired. And I was like, I walked off. I couldn't. I felt secondhand embarrassment bad because I had no problem with the guy, but you know, it's just it is what it is, bro.
Yep. You can't help people like that.
I felt bad for him. Well, these guys, like, I got there today, and like, the boss tells me, he's like, I need you to do what I was originally gonna do today, which was an important task. I was gonna lay out holes in this building for the core driller. And I'm like, when's he getting here? He's like, oh, he's already here. So I'm like, fuck. So that means I gotta stay ahead of this guy. And I gotta be pulling measurements off of columns, walls, just running around like a chicken with my head cut off with prints, laying out these holes for this guy. This shit's got to be right. We're paying this fucking dude. He's third party. We're paying him to come through and do these holes. It's an important task. The guy that is in charge of the whole project usually does it. He's like, I gotta go to a meeting on another job. Can you handle it for me? I was like, yeah, yeah, I'll handle it for you. So this turned into literally majority of the day thing. I
Right.
was up there doing that from 6 in the morning to lunch, and
Ooh.
we got to lunch, and he was like at 12 o'clock, 6 hours straight. I didn't even take my break because the guy didn't take a break, and I didn't want to let it get him. I didn't want to give him a chance to catch up with me, and then he'd be waiting on me. So I just kept going. Well, we go to lunch. Being I didn't take a break, I took 45 minutes instead of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Let my boss know, by the way, just in case that comes up. I fucking sent him a text message and was like, if anyone says anything to you about me, this is why I'm fucking taking a 45-minute lunch. Just to cover my ass. If anybody says a fucking word, this is why. I was like, alright, cool. Get back from lunch, stop and bullshit for like a few minutes with a guy about football because there's one of the other that is a foreman on the job. He's a fucking top like one of our foremans over the domestic water. We always bullshit about football. Coming in the building, I bullshit with him a minute, and then I get a text from one of those guys, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that having your master license means that absolves you from working with the rest of us." I'm like, what? What is this dude salty?
He
So I
sent you a
go in there.
text message?
Yeah, I
That's
went to
weird.
his work. I went to his work area, and I was like,
That's
"What's up?"
weird.
Yeah, I go in his work area. I'm like, "What's up?" And he just kind of didn't acknowledge me. Like he just didn't act like I wasn't there. And I'm like, "Oh well, I mean, I guess you don't feel that passionate about it. You ain't really saying anything." So I was letting them use my cart, my knee cushion that I have in case I gotta get on my knees to fucking work on something. I was letting them use all my shit. I was like, you know what? Fuck these dudes. I fucking grabbed the cart and I took all their shit off the cart. I took my knee pad out of their work area, right next to one of them. I put it on the cart. I put my fucking all my shit on the cart. Took off with the cart. Where are you going with that? I said, well, I mean, this is fucking mine. Like I dug it out the trailer. I cleaned it off. I mean, I was letting y'all use it, but now I'm about to go start a little project for the rest of the day, and I'm taking it with me. What? What over there? I'm like, yeah. Well, that's you don't even need a cart to go work on that. I'm like, what do you need off the cart? You can get it now before I leave. And he's just like, whatever, bro. Whatever. I'm not doing this. Whatever. And I was like, all right. And I left. And I went in my area, and I finished out the day. And I never responded to his little text. And then I'm like, I went and checked. I fucking like held on it, and you know how you could put a heart on shit.
Yeah.
I just put a heart on it. I just put a little heart.
It's a bit much.
I don't think so.
Gotta be careful. First of all, text messages is no way to handle any of that shit.
Well, no. He's like, whoa, whoa.
And the other thing that says about him is like, hey, you're not man enough to just come and talk to me about it.
Well, then he tried to twist it around. He's like, why you acting tough over text? I said, bro. I said, you the one with the problem. I was like, I mean, this is all. I said, my goals are about work. I was like, I don't really care about any of whatever this is. And then he's like, whatever, enjoy your evening. I was like, oh yeah, man, you too, for sure.
Well, hey, happens. You're gonna get that, man. Young man in an old man's field. You're gonna get it.
I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna bring everyone donuts. And if they want to still be mad at me, then I'll know they're the assholes for sure, and it's not me.
And then,
They're
hey,
like,
and guess what? You get to eat all the fucking donuts.
I don't want your donuts. Oh,
Cool.
Don't eat them.
Cool. Don't eat them. I'll eat them.
Fuck you, man. Other people eat them.
Everybody else gonna eat them. You're gonna be a salty man. No donut, have an ass. You go. Okay. Come here.
I don't know, bro. These people are just.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy. I had fun. I had a fun time.
But I
Are you
can
playing?
tell it started before that, to be honest.
Yeah. Well.
It started the first day.
Okay.
Because I thought
Okay.
back on it, and the first day we worked, I went in the area with them. I showed them what they had to work on, because they got to work and was like, what do we got to do? And then our boss was like, whatever Alex says, and walked off. I think that set the pace. That fucking pissed them off already.
Right.
They were like, oh,
Well,
fuck.
that's hey, that's got nothing to do with you. I mean, if they got a problem with you lead a job, they just need to go to him. Like that's not.
I think one of them did, because I remember later on that day, I was just walking in my truck before break, and one of them was talking to the boss. And when he saw me, or he didn't really, I don't know if it's because he saw me, but he just was like,
Oh.